want to specifically showcase the Delta State government for the assistance, the enabling environment for us to work on. And the facilities he has provided, he stood out among his colleagues. And I want to, on behalf of the commercial and chief executive and the officers and men here specifically in Delta State, to use this medium to thank the state government and specifically Dr. Emmanuel Odua for the provision of those facilities. He has been wonderful.
Apart from physical measures taken to strengthen the structure of the security apparatus of the state, the current Delta State government increased access to funds and provided economic opportunities for the unemployed, especially the youth and women, for them to have access to funds from its elaborate microcredit program.
When the people are busy, the issue of crime reduces. When the youths are busy, the pool of youth that are left to be recruited for criminal activities is reduced. When one young boy gets up in the morning, wakes up in the morning, has somewhere to go, and comes back in the evening. Of course, comes back tired. I mean, you can't be that kind of person to say, okay, come on, be involved in criminal activity. In a greater percentage, they will not be involved in criminal activity. So the overall objective is job creation.
After the inception of the Uriah government in 2007, kidnapping was rampant, and there was an overwhelming sense of insecurity.
So we know there are some camps which we were able to dislodge, like the one in Anwan. A couple of weeks ago, there was a case of kidnapping, and these people were trailed. We traced them to the Anwan forest. There was a battle, and at the end of the day, 4 of them were hit fatally. Then there are areas too around Abraka too, where, as a matter of fact, gun battle again, about 6 of them were hit fatally. But I know in Asaba, within Asaba, for up to 2 months, there was not a single case within Asaba. And the worry has really gone down, not occasionally, you know. It's not as rampant as it were before my arrival.
Today, the incidence of kidnapping in Delta State has been drastically reduced, thanks to the efforts of a proactive government which takes security issues seriously, and which provides the enabling environment for law enforcement agencies to do their job. Delta State is no longer a safe haven for kidnappers, and Deltas are no longer afraid to go about their normal duties and responsibilities.
The situation is much better now, and I challenge anybody. As long as there is no disruption when it comes to economic activity, what are we talking about? There's nightlife. You see, once in a while they pick people because there are some that will have a hostage value. There's nothing you can do about it because relations are part of it. And as far as we are concerned, we have a kind of check on our men. Any of them that is indicted in any way will not have a hiding place. We deal squarely with such a person. We're on course because we've been able to arrest most of these violent crimes. It's only once we had a very serious challenge when it comes to robbery, that was in May, when the 2 of our banks were attacked in Ibuzo. And then our men actually did their best, the police mobile force and the special anti-robbery squad. We took the battle to them. Though we lost 6 policemen in the process, but we were able to rout them. And ever since then, we were able to arrest them, some of them, and then recover the arms. We thank God that after that incident, there's never been any attempt to attack any of our banks. We've been able to round up over 200 armed robbery suspects and kidnappers. We've been able to rescue over 50. We've been able to recover ransoms.
Under the present administration, a Ministry of Peace and Security was established. The governor personally assumed the portfolio with the permanent secretary reporting directly to him.
I can say that Governor of Delta State has what it takes to address security challenges. It's like weekly Security Council meeting is a law. And during the meeting, people that are involved in one security issue or the other are invited to come and brief the Security Council. And it's rotated, sometimes in Warri, sometimes in Agbo, sometimes in Asaba, depending on issues to be discussed. So it's like moving the council meeting to the catchment area based on security issue on the ground. So you move it close to the people to be able to address the issue on the ground. That, to a large extent, has contributed greatly in dousing the security tension in Delta State.
The governor of Delta State is one of the governors I have seen as a very humble person. I have had encounter with this, Your Excellency, many times. The last encounter was when my office was submerged. The man came unannounced to see for himself. After he commiserated with us, I wanted to escort Your Excellency to his car, just for me to discover he was the one on the steering. I've never seen such, so I was shocked. And when I was still looking for his driver, the man was on the steering. Before you said Jack Robinson, he was driving the car and people were following him behind. You hardly find a governor that drives himself. I have seen it, not that somebody told me. He came to my office and drove himself in a car. People were following him, Interact were following him. His commissioners were to a few driven. The governor was driving himself. So these are some of the attributes of somebody who is humble, somebody who has come down to mix with people. People will not even be afraid. You know, these are people that we like. Politicians should imbibe this type of things and come down and meet with the people so that they will not be afraid to mix freely with their own people.
Police and joint task force patrols are common sights in the state, especially at night. Call-out time during the strike has been drastically reduced to not more than 5 minutes.
We are assessed by the Security Watch Africa. I won an award as the most outstanding, crime-busting police officer in West Africa. This is a state where if there is any distress call, within 5 minutes, any distress call in this state, within 5 minutes, our men will be there. So I don't know what else. You know, those they say, police say, there's no fuel in the vehicle, there's not in Delta State. And that is why where we are today, I would say our state is about the best. If you go to Force Headquarters, the IG has signed more than how many certificates? We've gotten more than 30. Our people that were elevated, commended for the feat achieved in the state. So, as far as we are concerned, this state is one of the best.
When you talk about governor's approach towards security, I think he is very sensitive to security. So to that extent, I think the governor's commitment, approach to security issues is super exemplary. And I think it is something that others could copy.
Let us cooperate with the governor and see what he can do. Yes, Delta Police Command remains one of the best in the country. Yes.
Today, Delta is asking in the euphoria of a government which is conscious of the peace and security of its citizenry. There is a thriving nightlife, and the state now plays host to major events which are security conscious. Two of such are the South Side and the Igbo World Congress.
Delta State is very safe. In fact, it's supposed to be one of the safest in the country. We have our own fair share. There's no doubt about that. But there's never been any time you see there was any threat of closure of any of the banks. All the workshops are held there. The South Summit, the World Igbo Congress, name it. So many workshops. So there's nightlife, so these are the indices. If you really want to, assess the safety of any particular state.
Delta State government has been a perfect partner, has been a very wonderful partner, has offered robust assistance to help us do our job. So I want to say bravo to the governor, bravo to the people of and the government of Delta State.
Peace, it is claimed, is a universal desperation. There is not a contestable position on it. Peace and security are key goals in achieving a stable and inclusive society. Without it, society will return to the stage, a jungle where only the fittest survive. The government of Governor Iweala has set the ball rolling in ensuring peace and security in the state, and Deltas are especially happy for it.
Yes! Yeah, yeah! Oh! Delta is working. The people are smiling. The finger of God is working. And the people are smiling. Affordable education. Good road and transportation. Power supply. A service like never before. It's all wado. Robo wado. Shakiri wado. Igbo wado. Delta State no more suffering and smiling. Finger of God upon us was shining. Governor of God was working, we're happy. Happily we get us the many. Delta State no more suffering and smiling. Finger of God upon us was shining. Governor of God was working,